Welcome everyone to the Serkhangma prayer question and answer series with Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. He has kindly agreed to answer your questions on this most important, profound prayer, unique to the Drikung Kagyu tradition. So Khenpo Tenzin will begin this session answering 8 questions that have already been submitted. And then if there's time left over, he will be available to answer any live questions you may have in the Zoom session. And I encourage all of you, ask you all, to please send your questions ahead of time, as soon as you have any, regarding this prayer in particular, specifically, to registration at garchen.net. So Khenpo has some time to contemplate your questions before next Thursday, and His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche will be teaching on the Serkhangma prayer again this Saturday. Thank you.
We'll begin our session this afternoon in our yellow Garchen Institute prayer book on page 4 and 5. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Okay, we will begin with our first question. Dear Khenpo La, how does the outer guru lead you to the inner guru?
First, many Tashidele and very happy to see you all, and also so happy to have this golden opportunity to discuss golden temple teachings. So yeah, this is a very important question. We have to know the guru. There are outer guru, inner guru, and secret guru. The outer guru, from guru, this is the outer guru, this is not inner guru, this is the secret guru, this is not inner guru. We don't have like that. But our realization, it is depending our realization. So now we see altar guru who has same like our forms. They have to eat food, sleeping, walking, talking, everything is same like us. But then they have a different thing is inner level. Inside they have profound bodhicitta, and they have boundless compassion and brilliant wisdom. So internally they have very special qualities. They have special qualities. So then when we see guru, altar guru, there comes us like our human being, for example, our human gurus. They are they just being as a regular person. They don't display they are unique. They are very humble. They be very simple. But we don't want to judge the outside of their forms. But we have to know their inner qualities. So the guru, then how we can see their inner qualities is our devotion. It is depending our devotion. If we don't have devotion, then we cannot see the guru's qualities. If we cannot see guru's qualities, then we cannot receive guru's blessings. For example, if we guru's qualities are like the sun's rays or moonlight, but if we go out and then if still we close our eyes, we cannot see anything. Similarly, if we don't open our wisdom, spiritual wisdom, the power of devotion, then Guru is always in front of us, or gurus are always with us. We cannot see their qualities. And then if we cannot see their qualities, then they cannot benefit to us. That's where Buddha said, I cannot remove your sufferings by my hand. I cannot wash your obscurations. So this is a reality. This is true because of the nature of karma or law of karma. So now we have a precious human life. That's why we can see our precious teacher, precious guru, and then we should supplicate to the guru, and we need a very pure devotion if we have a pure devotion, then we don't, whether the guru is our family or not, relatives or not, friends or not, it doesn't matter. Or we, how to say, the guru and our, we are birth, took birth same place or not. That doesn't matter. So we have to connect with the guru through mind. So how to connect with the guru through our mind is devotion. This is a very important. And then this outer guru or this guru who are like a human being, same like us, and then we purely and strongly devote to that guru, and then we see a lot of qualities. We can see lots of qualities on the guru, and then guru gives us instructions, path instructions, and then these instructions we can dissolve in our mind. As Milarepa said, instructions dissolve into the mind like salt dissolve into the ocean or into the water. So when we boil the water or make tea, and then we pull their salt, and then this salt dissolve, then this water and salt become inseparable, and then we drink it. It's good taste. I mean, if you like salty water or tea. So this is just example, but our mind is like water. Then Guru's instructions are salt, or if you like sweet, then sugar, or if you like coffee, this is like a coffee really. And then this is dissolved into the mind. Then our mind is also become Guru's mind, because Guru's instruction comes from Guru's mind. Guru's mind is bodhicitta, relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. So then how this outer guru, or how this outer guru lead you to your inner guru. That means then inside your this inner guru will arise. Inner guru will arise means inner guru and Dharmakaya are non-duality. Your nature state of mind and Dharmakaya is just we label different names, but in reality they are no different. They are always same. So when then how to arise this Dharmakaya or nature state of mind? Arise, it means we have to realize. When we realize our nature state of mind, that means we arise Dharmakaya in our mind. But Dharmakaya is always in our mind, because this is nature of our mind. But then this nature of this Dharmakaya, nature of our mind or Dharmakaya, we cannot erase. We cannot erase by different skills or different methods. But it is only can arise by Guru and Guru's instruction. So then the Guru gives many instructions, or Gurus give us many instructions. But then these instructions benefits to us or not, this is depending on our practice. If then when we practice this, how to practice, this is also very, very important. If you don't know how to practice, but you make efforts for a long time, this is a wonderful, even you have a motivation to practice Dharma, this is amazing. But we should be as Gampopa. Gampopa followed Milarepa. Even he heard the name of Milarepa, he arise some realizations. And he spent a very short time with Milarepa, but he become heart son of Milarepa. That means Milarepa's highest disciple. So that means Gampopa, he knew how to practice Guru's instructions and how to follow Gurus. So this is very important. So how to follow Guru means, for example, if you see Guru is an ordinary person, then you receive siddhis from Guru. They are ordinary things. It will benefit temporarily, that's all. But if you see Guru as Nirmanakaya, then you receive blessings from Nirmanakaya Guru. And if you see Guru as Sambhogakaya, then you receive blessings from Sambhogakaya Guru, or Guru of Sambhogakaya. The Guru who is Sambhogakaya, because you see it as Sambhogakaya, that's where you receive that blessings. If you see Guru as Dharmakaya, then you receive the realization of non-duality, which is we call the realization of Mahamudara. So Guru is extremely important when we practice Buddha Dharma. Without Guru, we cannot liberate. It doesn't matter how much you are a scholar, how much you are powerful. This is the law of nature. We cannot liberate. For example, Gampopa, before he become Milarepa's disciple, he already a wonderful scholar and a wonderful practitioner. He did retreat for a long time. So, but he completely blossomed his Mahamudara realizations through the Milarepa's instruction. So then he see Milarepa as Buddha, Dharmakaya. He saw. And then Milarepa also, he followed many gurus, But among them, he saw Marpa as Dharmakaya. So that's where he received all these, he completely Mahamudara realization because of the Marpa's instruction. And then his devotion to Marpa is really, how to say, inconceivable, you know. So right now we don't have a problem about gurus, but we have a problem about our devotion and then how to practice. So we all expect to become enlightened. That is a very good expectation. This is a very important because we don't like to stay in the samsara. Samsara is ocean of suffering, but we don't want to stay in the samsara. It does not mean we this physical separately go somewhere. That means we have to understand natural samsara. If we understood natural samsara, this is nirvana. So these realizations are occur the kindness of Guru's instructions. And then secret Guru, or usually we have to know that Guru and Buddha and your mind, Guru, Buddha, they are different names, but they are same. We should trust. We decisively trust, decisively decide, oh, they are real, same. This is a great view. This is a view. View means without a doubt. Without doubt, how can without a doubt means you should decide on one thing, you know. So then, okay, Buddha, Guru, and mind, our mind are same. Okay, then what is our secret Guru? Secret mindfulness, bodhicitta. They all our secret Guru. Secret means they are not secretly living somewhere. They did not show some secret actions. Because right now we are still in the samsara, so we have obscuration. That's where it covers. That's why we call it a secret. Our obscurations obscure our this wisdom. That's where now we have to wake up. Oh, mindfulness. We say meditation. There are kind of many types of meditation, but they all including mindfulness. Lord Jigten Sungkung said, if you are skilled or skillful in mindfulness, you are a great meditator. So mindfulness is Buddha. Our mindfulness is Buddha. Our mindfulness is our Guru. It's really, we can feel it if we think carefully. You know, oh, I'm going to make some samsaric activities. Suddenly, our mindfulness arise in our mind. Oh, this is a samsaric activity, so I don't do that. You know. So that is how Guru helps us, how Buddha helps us. They are always with us, means that if we are engaging with this our mindfulness, then Guru and Buddhas always with us. And then wisdom. Okay, I'm going to protect our life. But then how to live? How to protect? I'm going to practice Dharma, but then how to practice? If we know, oh, I'm going to practice Dharma purely. Purely means I have to realize the nature of these things. If we have that realization, this is a wisdom. Our wisdom is our Guru. And then our bodhicitta. Our bodhicitta and our bodhicittas and Guru's bodhicitta, there are no single different. They are same, but they are in different content. So right now, for example, my body is ordinary body, so then my bodhicitta is in ordinary content. Then Guru's bodhicitta is in the precious content, because Guru's body is Nirmanakaya, Guru's speech is Sambhogakaya, Guru's mind is Dharmakaya. For me, I am going to grow in this way. You know, now I'm an ordinary person. Like that. So that's with like a water, same water. We pull water in different content, different vessels, right? Different vessels or different bowls, same like that. So the main thing is we have to devotion, but don't blindly devote. There are one misunderstanding. We have to be careful. Don't blindly follow. Don't blindly or blind faith. That means we don't want to see some mistakes on the Guru. Or this Guru is good or bad. This is not meaning. I don't mean that. How we follow Guru is, even the Guru's eating food, giving some speech, walking, sit and stand up, at that time also we have to know, we have to bring some instructions, you know. Otherwise, only they give some higher teachings. At that time, especially we devote or something. In regular, what they do, we don't care. Even we see this is just ordinary actions. That means blindly faith. If you follow Guru or not, this is our freedom. We all have this freedom. After we follow the Guru, and then especially in the Vajrayana. In the Vajrayana, we don't want to block. There's no any object to block. Even though our afflictive emotions, we don't want to block them. We don't want to conquer them. But we are going to use, for example, angry emotion transform into mirror-like wisdom. Attachment transform into great bliss. You know, ignorance transform into the wisdom. So something like that, then we cannot, if we cannot do suddenly it at that time, then there is we have a special pure perception in the generation stage practice, right? So these outer environments are mandalas, internal living beings are ndakas and dakinis. Even the Guru's speech, Guru's form, Guru's mind. So that's where, of course, we have to see completely pure things on our Guru. This is extremely important. Okay. Yes.
Okay, second question. In the Serkhangma prayer, Verse 3 says, "With the eye of wisdom, I gaze unwaveringly upon the Lama, the victorious hero in battle. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of Maras are defeated." I remember that refuge a lot, but my Maras don't seem to be defeated.
Yes, I have ever this experience, but at this part we have to come to see subtle of karma. Subtle of karma means subtle of interdependence. So how to see is, in the first, we are since beginningless remain in this samsara. So we have very strong habitual tendencies. We have very strong dualistic perceptions. So that's where it's not easy to purify suddenly, or this is not easy to defeat these afflictive emotions and so on. But this is, entirely. But we can become Buddha instantly, but we come back in the samsara instantly. So we are very much like a water in the summer and the winter. So in the winter, this water become frozen. So this all the water become ice water, ice. So this means the samsara. But in the summer, it will melt. Especially in Tibet, the water is like that. Almost for sure, in the summer, there nothing, any ice in the water, no frozen. But in the winter, for sure, there are become ice water, ice water or ice. So that's where our mind is like that. So when we are generate bodhicitta, I mean relative bodhicitta, at that moment we conquer our Mara. What is our Mara? Grasping. So that's where you carefully think in more details. So when your bodhicitta arises in the mind, at that moment, grasping has no place to remain. Grasping has no room to stay. Like a darkness, if sun shines, then the darkness has no place to remain. We don't know where it's going. It's just disappear. Same like that. So when we generate bodhicitta in 1 minute, for 1 minute we don't have a Mara, but we can't understand or we cannot feel it. That's where you asked this. But there's one problem. If we cannot feel this, then that means the Dharma practice has great benefit. It removes sufferings. And then we expect like that. Today we pray something, or we practice something. Then since tomorrow we have never ever remain any single suffering. But tomorrow or day after tomorrow we have some obstacles, and then we doubt in Dharma. They say Dharma helps a lot, benefits a lot, but still I have lots of obstacles. So it seems Dharma cannot benefit. It's very possible kind of this wrong view arise in our mind. So that's why we should trust in the very subtle interdependence. So when you um, the prayer and remember three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. At that moment, your mind is like a mirror or water. Your mind become like a water, clean water, pure water, and there reflect. If there is a pure water, then moon's reflection is clear, stars' reflections are clear, trees' reflections are clear. Similarly, when you remember the three jewels, at that moment, in your mind of water, Buddha's reflection appear, Dharma's reflection appears, Sangha's reflection appears. So that moment your Maras has no space to appear there. But that is very short, The mind is so, usually we say impermanence. Impermanence, interdependence, cause and effect, they are very much science, Buddhist science. It's a very subtle. We have to think more. We should meditate more, analytical meditation, or we examining about these relations. It's very subtle. So they are very fast, You arise bodhicitta one moment, and then right after you arise egoistic mind in your mind. So then egoistic mind is very strong for you. Very strong for you because you have a very great habitual tendency. So otherwise it will, it definitely, when you remember three jewels, it definitely defeat your maras. So you don't worry about that. So you often continuously meditate. So during the meditation, we have two special kind of two things, One is attentiveness, another one is mindfulness. So attentiveness, you meditate you remember three jewels, 1 minute, and after exactly 1 minute, it's very possible you have erased different thoughts. Different thoughts interrupts your this meditation, and then you should use attentiveness. Then attentiveness purify these thoughts. Purify these thoughts means you don't follow these thoughts. Still, you continuously remain in the this meditation, meditating on the three jewels and so on. So this is we have to focus in the subtle way. So Guru Rinpoche also said, the view is higher as a space or sky. It's wide and higher, but karma is very subtle, like a sand. In Tibetan say like a zampa. Zampa means very, very small, very very small things. Fine. So that means the karmic connection is very, very subtle. It's like a, for example, we write some letters. So each and every single vocabularies are very subtle, right? For example, Tashi Dele. If we write Tashi Dele, T-A-S-H, they are very small, but we write and then they are getting longer and longer and bigger and bigger like that. So if we don't care T, then we cannot write Tashidele, right? So some like that. We have to very much be careful with the subtle of karmas. Be mindful, and then for sure we can defeat our maras. So there is the maras. Actually, you know that there are lots of maras. Among them, the distraction is a very strong mara. You know, distraction. We call it the son of God. The mara, the son of God. So that means we have little bit attachment with these distractions. This we can experience if we meditate, close eyes, and keep these 7 postures of meditation, and then suddenly perhaps our knees pain, perhaps our back hurts, or sometimes it's different things suddenly appear, but we just stay and talk, especially samsaric things, hours or many hours stay, but we are not hurt our back, not hurt our knees, you know. So that means we have these we have a little attachment to these distractions. That's why it is pretty difficult to conquer, so difficult to purify, but we have to keep going like rivers. That's why in the 6 Panja Parimetta, among them, number 4th is what? Number 4th is diligence, perfection of diligence. Why that put middle of them among the 6 Panja Parimittas? Because diligence is related to the discipline, patience, and generosity. And diligence is related to the concentration and wisdom, perfection of wisdom. And also this diligence combine these 6 perfections together. That's where this is very important. We have to keep going through our perfection of diligence. So Shakyamuni Buddha became enlightened through his perfection of diligence. And right now our gurus have such amazing, they accomplished such amazing qualities because of their diligence. So Milarepa became enlightened in one life, in one body. This is because of his diligence. So diligence is very important always, and then this we have to practice through diligence. Okay. Yes.
Khenpo. So in verse 5 of the Serkhangma prayer, it says, bowing down to you with innumerable bodies like cloud banks, yearning with a full voice, I prostrate and go for refuge. Rinpoche said that we don't actually have to visualize the innumerable, but that innumerable means my mind pervades innumerable sentient beings. Can you explain a little bit more?
No, yes. Yes, first I will a little bit repeat what meaning of Rinpoche's instruction. This is very unique for us because actually all the appearances are mind. In the 37 practice, it says all the appearances are mind. So this is a very, I think it's in the 22, I will read this. Okay. The way things appear is your own mind. Mind itself primordially transcends fabricated extremes. Knowing just this, do not create concepts of subject and objects. This is the way of Bodhisattva. So among 37 these verses, someone asked me which verses really tells us the Mahamudra view. These verses. So we have to, before we realize the Mahamudra realization, we have to realize all the appearances are our mind. This is extremely important. And this is also very, very logic and truth. Because you cannot bring any single things that you say this is not mind. Every object, in the simple way, every objects on the objects we can use adjective. Good, bad, right, wrong, or tall, short, or something like that. So that means our mind make ease. For example, what is the longer and shorter? This is also long river and short river. This is also made by our mind, right? The longer, this is longer, always longer, not exist that way. This is always short. This is not always exist inherently, naturally. And then sometimes sweet words become harsh words. Sometimes harsh words become sweet word. That is made by our mind. Sometimes very sunny. This is become good weather. This is our mind. Sometimes raining cats and dogs. This is also made by our mind. Everything is very much depending on our mind. Same like food. Oh, this is delicious. This is not. This is also made by our mind. So then, even though in our dream and appearances of Pardo, everything made by mind. For example, one tree, you can see one tree. There are three people who look at the tree. One person see that tree is Yedam deity. Tree is really Yedam deity because this is the how much benefit to us, even though Nirmanakaya. Trees are Nirmanakaya. So one person can see trees, a tree is Nirmanakaya. One person can see a tree is just a tree. Another person can see that tree is a ghost. So somebody is scared, especially they have a little different conditions. The sunset and a little bit, it's what is called, it's like a drawn or some. After sunset, they are a little bit dark. And then somebody see that, they thought this is a ghost. And tree just stability, certainly or something. But then they think, oh, this tree comes towards me. They don't think that is tree. I mean, they think that is a real ghost. And it comes towards me, and it harms me. And then scared. And then it made lots of problems. One person see, oh, this is tree, it's good. It's in the morning, it give us some good oxygens, and in evening they take away some carbon oxygen or some bad pollutions and something. Just thank you. It's still good, right? But then another person see, oh, this is the Yedam deity. That's where then they use for meditation. Right now we are practice with the refuge tree, right? We already practiced. Some of you participated in our Mundo practice. So that's where you have experience. So everything is made by mind. So this pure land and these then in this there are countless pure lines. There are countless pure lines, and then there are countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And there are countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Then we visualize our body is innumerable. If we can, actually in the commentary it says that. So we visualize our body is innumerable, and each and every single these Buddhas' feet, we bow down, we do prostrate. That's if we can do that. But Rinpoche here gave us skillfully instruction is, if you cannot visualize that like innumerable the bodies, innumerable bodies, but if you have your mind spontaneously spontaneously provides whole universe, all in the pure land. So if your mind, then your mind is principle, so your mind have to change. Since your mind is a combined egoistic mind, then your mind is become very narrow, because you have dualistic perception. Dualistic perception means you divide. This is that, that is this. This is my part, this is this part. This is the right part, this is the left part. That's where then you have no space to pervade your mind. But bodhicitta means, usually we recite, or mother sentient beings. All mother sentient beings, whenever we think, may I benefit all mother sentient beings, all mother sentient beings are countless. Then spontaneously your mind provides. Your mind become, how to say, wide as space, like a sky. So that's where if your mind combine bodhicitta, if relative bodhicitta or ultimate bodhicitta, and then your mind become pure. In brief, if your mind become pure, then at that time you prostrate to all of these Buddhas, and your mind offering to all of these Buddhas. And so as Rinpoche often gave us the great example, which is power light. So there are thousands of mobile phones and televisions, but they all related with one power light. So I think that is the great example. Same like that, if your mind is pure, and then all your actions and your speech also pure. And then if your mind is pure, actually with prostration there are in the way of this practice, we have some particularly rules and regulations, way of prostration. But if your mind is completely dissolve into the devotion, then your each and every steps are prostration. Even you turn your face to different directions, they are prostration. We have to know that. So that's why if your mind is pure, then if you cannot particularly if you cannot visualize innumerable bodies, still it's okay. But if you can do, then still it's very good, because there are different disciples, so they have different experiences and different enthusiasm. Someone have very great enthusiasm to practice generation stage, but someone have not that much enthusiasm to practice generation stage, but they have very great enthusiasm to practice completion stage, something like that. So when you this is very much depending practitioners. So if you Rinpoche does not mean you don't want to visualize innumerable bodies. Rinpoche does not mean that, okay? So then you can do which one is better for you. You visualize innumerable bodies, or you visualize, make pure your mind. Then either fun, okay?
Khenpo, it is said that the Serkhangma is the 7-branch prayer according to Vajrayana. It seems very similar to the 7-branch prayers of the Sutra system, which I have read. What is the difference between?
Yes, actually the difference, if we make difference, then there are differences. Basically, they don't need differences. Oh, this is Sutara, this is Vajrayana. We don't, this is Sutara, this is Mantarayana, this is Sutarayana, this is Mantarayana, this is Vajrayana. We don't want to particularly separate them, especially through dualistic perceptions. They all related to each others. For example, vows. We take vows. Then vows, usually in the Sutarayana, it says you're not allowed to do that, not allowed to do that. You use some antidote, and you have to conquer this. You have to purify this. In the Sutarayana says a lot. But we have to do them. If we don't do, then we cannot reach in Mantarayana. It's very difficult. Then when we reach on the Mantarayana, then at that time it says, oh, you should transform, you know. If your desire arises, you don't want to block it, but you transform it into the great bliss. Or your angry emotion arises, so you don't block your angry emotion, but you should transform into the mirror-like wisdom. So in the Mantarayana says that. But then in the Vajrayana, at that time you say non-duality. Not particularly block, not particularly transform. That means you should realize the non-duality, you know. So, but there is a special unique instruction from Lord Jigten Sunggung. Lord Jigten Sunggung's Buddha's single intention, it says that your rules and the regulations are become stronger and stronger. That means, oh, I'm a Vajrayana practitioner, I have complete freedom. I'm Mantarayana practitioner, I have complete freedom. I'm Sutarayana practitioner, so I can't do. Lord Jigten Sunggung totally said opposite of this. Lord Jigten Sunggung said, then this is it's logic or real or not. We have to understand through Buddha's teaching. And then Buddha's teachings, Suttarayana and Vajrayana and Mantrayana, exactly Lord Jigten Sumgong got this key point. So what is that? Suttarayana is like your mobile phone. For example, Apple 6. And Mantrayana is Apple 9 or 10. Then Vajrayana is Apple 11 or 12, right now this higher, I don't know which one, the new one. So same like that, it's update. So if you'd say, I don't need Apple 6, it's okay, but you need Apple phone, right? Or Apple mobile phone. Or Apple, laptop or something like that. So fundamental, these Suttarayana practices are foundation. It's critically important. So we don't look down. Actually, some guru gave us this instruction. If you say, according to Vajrayana, Suttarayana is very low, that means you give up Dharma. So give up Dharma means you make very negative karma. So we don't discriminate between this Suttarayana and Vajrayana. This is very, be careful, okay? The main thing is they are related to each others. So you are right. It seems there are not big difference. But if you come inside more, how to say this is instant, not instant. You intensively or precisely, you come inside, then you will see. Then you see, there's a different, differences are that, and the relation are these. So that means in the Suttarayana, for example, we offering this 7 branch. Practice the 7 branch. Then there's 7 types, like a prostration and offering and so on. Then Mantrayana has and Vajrayana also have these things. But then when you practice, then there are little different methods. There are different methods. The numbers are almost the same. Actions are almost the same. But different methods. Methods are different. Methods are how they are different. Difference is the way of your visualization or way of your practice through your mind. And for instance, in the Suttarayana, we offer the water balls and so on. This is special add qualities of water. The water has special add qualities. So then we using the saffron and we make clean and purely we offer that, right? And then in the Mantrayana, actually the rest of this Serkhangma root text also tells us, Rinpoche gave us these teachings. So you should visualize innumerable dakinis. You should visualize innumerable dakinis offer innumerable offering things. Then there are many ways, first we visualize different kind of rainbow lights. The reason is they are very much related over channels and winds and minds and and some those things. That's where, especially luminosity, it's related to luminosity. So that's where we how to offer. This is different, and sometimes there are little different numbers too. So, however, it's a very similar. This question is all questions are wonderful and important. Also, this question is important. This question's important is okay. The 7 branch in the Suttarayana 7 branch and the Vajrayana 7 branch are almost same. This is also a good thing, but at the same time, what we have to know is Suttarayana is a foundation of all our practice, and then Mantrayana and Vajrayanas are like fruits and leaves of these practices. So we have to understand this, and yes.
Can you practice both at the same time?
Absolutely. If you practice the same time, means if you skillfully, you come through rules and regulations. When you practice Vajrayana, you then at the same time you practice Mantrayana and Suttarayana. Do you understand? So you don't want to separately practice. If you are, for example, Milarepa, he practiced the Vajrayana, he practiced the Suttarayana, he practiced the Mantrayana. If you skill, that's where we say we have to learn something. It does not mean learning means, oh, I learn, that's where you should learn. My students learn. I did not learn, that's where my students don't learn. It does not mean like that when gurus give us instructions. So, however, our practice, through our practice, we need some benefit. So what is it? We need benefits. So then the benefits comes from through this way. So in the Mantrayana also has 4 kind of yogas, right? They also different explanations. But however, through Vajrayana practice, then everything you are practicing. If you are enough, the how to say, through realization or method and skills and so on.
Khenpo Rinpoche said that offering the Pure Lands is the unsurpassed offering. But to me it seems easier to offer Pure Lands rather than offering my house, for example, or my car, or personal offerings. It's easier to offer Pure Lands.
Easy then to.
Yeah, because I don't have I don't have grasping of Pure Land I can offer.
I agree with that question. Actually, that's very good. This is your thinking is right, but Rinpoche said here it has a special meaning. So the reason is, actually, we, for example, I have a car and a house. I would like to offer them because I have a very strong grasping. So when we practice magic practice, at that time, kusala, we call it kusala, accumulation of kusali. So that means we particularly this body put in the kapala, and particularly we dedicate this and offering that, right? So this is a very special method to cut the grasping. So it's similarly, you said that, so I remember it. When we dedicate these cars and our house, we have a very strong grasping, and so that's why this. But we have how many cars? 1 or 2 cars. How many houses? 1 or 2 houses. But at that time, self-grasping it's possible self-grasping will reduce, but grasping of a phenomena cannot reduce. So Madhyamaka, Nagarjuna's special teaching, middle path of Madhyamaka. There are some main two things, process, so which are try to purify self-grasping and purify grasping of a phenomena. So that's why in this case we offering these many pure lines, and we create lots of pure lines and offering these, that makes purify grasping of phenomena. So grasping of phenomena is how much stronger it. Would you like know? Do you like to know that? Right now, grasping of phenomena does not interrupt us, because grasping, self-grasping interrupts us. It's like this is like this. We say global warming or this earth is become very dangerous. In individually, we don't feel that much. Oh, whatever. But for example, today's weather is so hot, that effect to us. But today's weather is not hot here. But if today's weather is so hot, this is related global warmer, right? So self-grasping is intense. What's the self-grasping very strongly bothers to us. That's why we cannot feel grasping of phenomena, how much interrupt to us. We cannot feel it. But the problem is grasping. This grasping is a very complicated perception, but it is very, very. It's like a what is called. It's the duplicate. I mean, because when we reach the first bhumi in the Sutarayana, when we reach the first bhumi, grasping goodbye. This self-grasping has no power to remain with us. But when grasping of a phenomena remains until 8 bhumis. When we reach 8 bhumi, still we cannot become Buddha, because grasping of phenomena covered our mind. So that's why we are going to purify the grasping of phenomena, and actually in the relative truth we create pure lines, but in the ultimate truth has different layers. Among them, some ultimate truth means still this all the universe are pure lines. All the universe are pure lines. That's where these how to say we don't create that. That means real. All the plants are planets are pure lines. So that's where we offer that to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and through this way we can purify our the strong egoistic mind. And during the mandala offering, this is usually we say no need grasping, but during the mandala offering, first we belong everything, and then we offer this. That means if we can dedicate to great things, then simple things are very easy to dedicate. So this is also special way to offering and so the reason is that, however, the reason is that, but you like to offer your cars and the house first, offering this pure land. This is okay. This is also one way of a practice. So this is also wonderful. Okay.
Khenpo, how can one liberate beings while having no thoughts in their mind?
Oh, yes. This this we can think like the sun and the clouds and the rains. If you are going to dry something, then this is very much related to the sun. So you put that, for example, you put dark clothes outside, the sun dries it. Sun helps to dry. But the sun has no thoughts, right? Scientist doesn't say sun has thoughts. Buddhism not say sun has thoughts. So maybe sun don't have thoughts. Sun does not think, oh, I'm going to dry this. I don't want to dry that. The sun does not think like that. And also clouds. These clouds has no thoughts. Oh, I'm going to make rain this place. I don't want to make rain that place. But the rain comes, clouds gathering, and then rain comes, and then on the ground, green grass and flowers grow. So this same way, similarly, Dharmakaya is thoughtless. Dharmakaya has no thoughts. But the power of Dharmakaya radiates Sambhogakaya. The power of Sambhogakaya radiates Nirmanakaya. And then Nirmanakaya activities and spontaneously benefit to us. So they don't have thoughts. They don't have a perception. This is also very important to know. Dharmakaya means these thoughts completely transform into intrinsic awareness or essence of Rigpa. So then these thoughts are like waves of ocean. Then these waves dissolved into the ocean. Then this is ocean, this is a wave. Waves we cannot make separate. We cannot found different between the waves and oceans. They all water. So similarly, when our thoughts dissolve into Dharmakaya, then Dharmakaya has no thoughts, no this perception. But then but what they do always benefit to others. Why? This is very important to know, I think. This is the way of practice. During the way of accumulation, part of journey, path of journey, path of seeing, path of meditation and non-meditation. At that time, they accumulated brilliant bodhicitta. So then one became Dharmakaya. The power of these bodhicitta radiate the Sambhogakaya, like a sun and rain, and then there's rainbows coming, right? Same like that. So then how to benefit to us is like that. So without thoughts, then still they can they can benefit, how to say, specially can benefit to us. If within the thoughts try to benefit to others, this is impermanent. So sometimes benefit to others, but sometimes we have some expectation for one's benefit, So then Dharmakaya, they are Dharmakaya means thoughtless. So then they don't have any single expectation for themselves. So that's why whatever their act, like through Sambhukaya and Nirmanakaya, they always benefit to us. Okay.
So in the teachings, it's we heard from Rinpoche saying spending 1 minute in meditation generates more bodhicitta than saving all beings in the 3 worlds.
Mm-hmm.
How do we work with the mind, with mind attacks when we have doubt of self and others, and we have doubt in whatever path we're following?
All right. Yes, that Rinpoche often quoted from the Liberation Sutra and so on. So this is first is usually the doubt. Let me say the doubts are not good. But the doubt has a different positive and negative. So in this case, this kind of a doubt is not too much serious non-virtue. But sooner or later, we have to purify this doubt. And then this, if we studied about Buddhism, and then this thought may not occur, but this is not bad. If the kind of this thought occurs, it's not bad. Still, I can say it's good. These thoughts lead you the wisdom, kind of analytical wisdom. So you can practice, meditate. We call it analytical meditation. The benefit is, Buddha said that there is no more hardships more than time your mind. So the principle of Dharma practice, Dharma means changing or time. Sorry, no, this is, let me give you spelling, otherwise I can't pronounce well. So TAM, right? Time your mind. This is what is meaning of Dharma. So what is Dharma? Dharma means tame. So you have to tame your mind. Then meditation. In this case, meditation is samadhi. Samadhi. Samadhi means you are going to realize on the non-duality, or you are going to stay on the emptiness. So this is the principal meditation, right? In this case, if you stay on the meditation, of emptiness or meditation of emptiness. That is why you are practice generosity, why you are practice the discipline, perfection of discipline, why you are going to practice patience, perfection of patience. So that means you should reach on this stage of meditation. You stay on the non-duality of meditation. So that's why you have to, if you generosity for these the three words, all beings in the three words, still it's very much possible you have dualistic thinking, you have combined with worldly activities. For example, you generous to some money to somewhere, and then you announcement, oh, I generous to that, I gave this, that place, these poor people, and then you more become famous. If you become spontaneously famous, this is your merit, wonderful. But as Rinpoche recently mentioned us, there are 4 things to reduce your merit. Number one, or one of these is, if you display your virtue, I'm doing this through the mundane perception, then it will reduce your merit. So that's where it's very much related. This merit is combined in mundane activities. If you are combined with the mundane activities, then these virtues become, what to say, this we call it Sakya Gewa. Sakya Gewa means kind of a product. Is you, however, this is impermanence. So then this result will appear, occur, and then finish. So the principal thing is that if you are remain on samadhi, which means on non-duality, these virtues impossible to reduce, impossible to finish the result or benefit. But if you seven all beings in the 3 worlds through the mundane activities, or not only mundane, I mean the kind of a dualistic perception, then you have such a wonderful merit, and then the result will occur, and then it will exhaust. One time it's well finished. Oh, this best thing is this our precious human life is like this kind of this merit. So this precious human life is not easy to gain. We need a lot of merits to accomplish this precious human life. But now we accomplished this precious human life, but it is impermanent. So one day this merit will finish. Now we have lots of opportunities to practice Dharma because of this precious human life. At the same time, this merit will reduce. That's where we are very close and close to death. You know. But then you are meditate on this non-duality. This is the nature. This is the nature of Dharmakaya or Dharma Dhatu. It's impossible to reduce and impossible to finish. So in the Shanti Deva, it says, if you accumulate merit 3 eons, thousands of eons. If you arise angry, it will destroy your merit. So that means these what is called the kind of this you accumulate merit through perceptions. So that's why here the meaning is also that. And this called, let me conditional, it says conditional virtue, or the virtue which is combined with the dualistic perceptions, then they are impermanence. Then the doubt, if you are doubt there, and then how to purify is you have to know the benefit of meditation, and then you compare about the other saving all beings in the three words, how to save, this benefit is this benefit are occur in this life, like a long life, and your environment has less fightings, like a wars in this century. If you are take rebirth in 21st century, and then 21st century probably not occurs wars and kind of serious disease or serious kind of obstacles will not occur, because of the benefit of you protect others' life, you save others' life, and in your life also have less disease, less obstacles because of this power of these practices. But then this meditation of samadhi or non-duality, that means instantaneously you become Dharmakaya. So there's this big different powers. Okay. Yes.
Khenpo, I continuously discover my lack of self-compassion. How do I continue generating the mind of bodhicitta or great compassion when I keep seeing my own lack of compassion?
Yes. Yeah, this is first you have to see quality of bodhicitta and compassion. Even though you cannot think that much others, you should think by yourself, When you arise bodhicitta 5 minutes, we always be, our Buddhist practitioners always be scientifically, like a scientist, really. It is the science, it's not like a modern these things, Be science, you use science for your mind. So if you meditate for 5 minutes, close your doors and the windows and turn off your phone, and you meditate bodhicitta, and then you examine how it benefits for you. It's spontaneously your thoughts will relax, and then in your channels the ears are become fresh, and your body is very, very relaxed. It's if you take 100,000 kind of precious medicine, the Tibetan has some precious medicines, they cannot make you are relaxed as bodhicitta makes for you, really. So that's where you 5 minutes you examining that, you relax bodhicitta, and then 5 minutes you arise jealousy, you arise angry emotion, and then you compare with them. How different. I have food here, I have water here, I have a big television in front of me. I have a big house. Everything I have, but still uncomfortable inside. Why? Because of jealousy. Jealousy not fit in my mind, in channels. My angry emotion, they are almost like a my body is like a what is called, it's a pressure cooker. Pressure cooker. It's almost, if we block one area and then it's explored. Same like that. If we have these afflictive emotions, too much content in our mind, filled to the brim of our mind by afflictive emotions, then we are really cannot relax. So we have to see for oneself, and then our friends, for example, roommates, classmates, and Dharma friends, and husband and wife, and brothers and sisters. You be through bodhicitta, it's really amazing, then peaceful. So that's where the nirvana is in your room. Really, in dhakas and dhakinis, your friends are dhakas and dhakinis. If your mind is peaceful, so first you have to know the quality of bodhicitta. And then you have some kind of, because of karma, because of obstacles, you have some sufferings, disease, and then you arise the compassion. What is the compassion actually? Compassion means you wish that others suffering, other beings liberate from suffering. Compassion means that. So when you think others, your mind is like this my finger. If you this mind focus others, then this finger cannot facing towards you. So when you think others, then you forget I. When you forget I, then I am sick, I am suffering is just a daydream. There's no I am sick and I'm suffering. So that's where always we try to see the benefit of bodhicitta, benefit of compassion. And then if you already know these benefits or qualities, and then how to increase these these all mother thinking beings are same. These all beings are our present mom or mother or father, or Dharma brother or sister, or if you are like very much your pet, it's same. Why do you love your pet? Why you don't like other people or even you love your pet, but you don't love others' pet? Why? So this pet has different shape or size, or they show different actions. Not only that, right? It's made by your mind. So that's where this pet helps to me. When I am stay by myself, if I have a cat or dog, and then or whatever animals, and I communicate with them, and they help me a lot. It's really the same like they are eminence of bodhisattvas, if you think like that. And then especially if you love your mom and father, and then for example my mom, she took me 9 months, and over the 10 days her stomach, if we stupidly said, oh, if she don't want to take care of me for 9 months, she don't want to meet me, it's just a little bit stupid thinking, because her karma never betrays to her. That's why I am become her son, but he takes care of over the 9 months, and during that time even she is uncomfortable to sleep, but she still never upset, If she would like to cold water in the very hot sun or something, she's still thinking about me. And she would like to play some games, jump and something like that. But because of me, I made her uncomfortable. I took lots of her freedoms for over the 9 months. You see, freedom is how important. But I took her freedom over 9 months. But still, she takes care of me. Or she say, oh, I cannot eat this food because I have a baby in my womb or stomach, And when then there's weeks to week there, because of my desire, my grasping is related inner winds, and then I turn, I move in her stomach, and then finally I come out. I come in this world. At that time, its mother got suffering or not? Absolutely, she got suffering, right? She got suffering. But then still she took care, especially for us, for me. I did not rebirth in the hospital, That is also my karma. Just in the regular home. So I birthed regular home. So just my mother's, she pushed strongly, and then I come, and then she cut my the connection of her and my navel cut, and then nobody suddenly take me. She just took care of me, and still she gave me milk. Rinpoche often said, mother's milk comes from love. That is not love of bodhicitta, the Dharma love, but still this is a foundation of Dharma love. So I did not pay any single thing to her, but she took care of me, and still she worried me. Sometimes she said, do you eat good food? She always miss me, I did not any single dollar to pay her, but she did like that. So mother is how kind, The love is kind of unlimited. I'm grew like this, still she takes care of me. She don't worry about her body, her life. She always think children, Okay, then this kind of mother, and then like same father does like that us. And then these kind of parents, we are so great to them. So if they are suffering, how much I am uncomfortable, how much we are unhappy. And then, but they are in these lives of our parents. And then all these beings are, since beginningless, we are cyclic life. We are exist that like a round of mala. So that's why we rent many kind of guest house, which are our parents. It's a body, So that's where there are no different. These present parents, and that only we can see. But in the previous lives, many beings, they took care of us. Especially, we are Mahayana practitioner. So without mother beings, we cannot become enlightened. Without mothers thinking beings, we have no way to become enlightened. Because without bodhicitta, we cannot become enlightened. Without compassion, we cannot become enlightened. So then bodhicitta, compassion, if we are going to generate bodhicitta and compassion, all these thinking beings are objects of compassion, objects of bodhicitta. That's why we are so grateful. Because of Mother Sentient Beings, we can become enlightened. That's why one master, who is that? One Mahasiddha said, Malarepa, probably Malarepa or some said that, I am so grateful for Mother Sentient Beings because through their these Mother Sentient Beings, I became enlightened. And they are also grateful to me. It's the one Siddha said that, so I think about it, Malarepa. However, so we step by step generate, and then bodhicitta and compassion. If you cannot, what I say cannot benefit, and then you start from your siblings and your friends, and then slowly it will increase, and also you listen more the qualities of bodhicitta teachings. There is one teaching, Shantideva. Shantideva is a very how to say, amazing bodhisattva. So his instructions of bodhicitta is unbelievable. And then this next in the generations, there's last year we discussed about this what is called this in English, it's kind of what is the candlelight? It's candlelight. However, so there are many bodhicitta instructions, especially this book. Rinpoche always bring us 37 way of bodhisattva, 37 practice of bodhisattva's way of life. This is I first learning Buddhism. I learned through this way. I memorized this. Everybody thought this is a very simple one. I also thought, but now often I listen these teachings. It has a really great things. So then this is very easy to memorize or easy to keep and easy to practice. So this is you learning through this bodhisattva. If your mind is not separate the 37 practices of bodhisattva's way of life, I will grant. I for sure you will become bodhisattva for sure. So I will not. I'm not doubt. Okay, and thank you very much. That's all right. Okay, so the questions are so wonderful, and I deeply thank you so much, and I deeply rejoice these wonderful Dharma questions, and for sure my answer cannot make sense. Some parts definitely it happened, so that's where you still can ask, emphasize which part is unclear. Then still we have this question answer schedules, so we can discuss more. And if you think, oh, Khenpo, you said that, but it seems not like that, I think like this, then I say, of course. Then we can, through this way, we have a great benefit. So also this is Rinpoche's favorite, really often says we have to Dharma discourse. So we how to say, create great merit through this way. You have to know. Or I cannot help to Rinpoche because COVID-19, I'm so far away. You don't think. You make like a wonderful questions and share this, what you know, you share. This is really how you greatly help to our Guru. So, okay, then let us generate bodhicitta purely, okay? Chancho sencho rinpoche ma je pa nan je jer je ba nyam ba me ba yang kone konde be war jo.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase, higher and higher.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time.